Good morning, I am Aprila Ghising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Passenger traffic remains low at Pokhara's Gautam Buddha International Airport despite increased flights. High ticket prices and limited direct routes hinder tourism growth in Lumbini. COP29 adopts $300 billion global finance target for climate change relief. Poorer nations criticize deal as inadequate for climate crisis impact. 120 dead in the last 48 hours due to attacks by the Israeli army in Gaza. Hamas claims hostages also killed. 20 people killed in an airstrike in Beirut. And Manchester City loses 5 games in a row after 18 years. Tottenham triumphs over Manchester City by 4-0. Welcome back. Despite the addition of international flights at Gautam Buddha International Airport in Pokhara, passenger numbers remain lower than expected. Airlines have yet to shift sustainability from Tribhuvan International Airport, even with government-offered discounts. High airfares are cited as a major reason for the low passenger turnouts. Gautam Buddha International Airport in Pokhara now handles 23 international flights weekly, including 4 direct flights by Jazeera Airways and Thai Air Asia. Other airlines such as Nepal Airlines, Qatar Airways and Fly Dubai operate connecting flights via Kathmandu. Despite the growing number of flights, passenger traffic remains low except for airlines offering direct services. To attract carriers, the government has provided discounts on landing fees, aviation services and fuel costs. However, airlines have increased ticket prices and advance bookings remain unavailable, forcing passengers to buy costly last-minute tickets. The airport aimed at boosting tourism to Lumbini responded for international flights on 3rd of November after a temporary halt. So far, 5 airlines have operated 85 flights with over 5,600 passengers using the airport. Minister of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Badri Pandey, has said the government is committed to operate the Gautam Buddha International Airport. Speaking at an interaction program in Pokhara yesterday, Minister Pandey ensured the airport will have regular flights. He also expressed commitment to visiting the airport every 2 months to ensure sustainable operation of the airport.
यो चाहिँ हाम्रो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय एयरपोर्टलाई दिगो ढंगले सञ्चालन गर्नका निम्ति के अप्ठ्याराहरू छन् ती अप्ठ्यारालाई यही फिल्डमै आएर स्पोर्टमै आएर समाधान गर्न सकिन्छ गर्नुपर्छ भनेर अघि यहाँले सुझाव पनि दिनुभयो त्यसकारणले पनि आउने कुरा गरेको मैले वचनबद्धता फेरि दोहोर्याउनु।
Minister Pandey also claimed the airport would be an epicenter for tourists as it aimed at drawing the world's attention to Buddha's birthplace. Rashtriya Swatantra Party Chair Rabi Lami Chane, who was arrested in cooperative fraud case, will be presented in the Kaski District Court today. Lami Chane will be presented at the court again after the 13-day period extended on 10th of November has expired. Lami Chane is being investigated for cooperative fraud and organized crimes as well as money laundering. Lami Chane has been accused of misappropriation of funds of Surya Darshan Cooperative of Pokhara. The government is in a dilemma regarding the date to call the 5th session of the parliament as 15 bills are still in consideration at the parliamentary committees. This is despite the lapse of over 3 months since the 4th session was concluded. Unofficial preparations are underway to begin the 5th session of the federal parliament in the first week of Nepalese month of Push. However, there are fears the session might not have enough business. So far, only 2 bills have been approved by parliamentary committees. 6 committees are dwelling on 15 bills, while 3 committees have no work. The delay has been attributed to the failure to hold committee meetings regularly and lengthy procedures for approval of bills.
भूमिकामा हुनु पर्थ्यो त्यो अलिक कम भएको देखिरहेकै छ। समसामयिक विषयमाथि बहस छलफल विचार आउने त्यसमा निष्कर्षमा पुर्याउने जनताका समस्या राख्ने थलोको अतिरिक्त मुख्य भनेको यसले चाहिँ कानुन निर्माण गर्ने हो, विधेयकहरुमाथि छलफल गर्ने हो र ऐन बनाउने हो। त्यो कुरामा एउटा त सरकारको अस्थिरता पनि सायद कारण हो कि पर्याप्त मात्रामा विधेयकहरुको रूपमा चाहिँ आउने कुराहरू पनि कमै आएको तुलनात्मक ढङ्गबाट र अहिले आएका विधेयकहरू चाहिँ समितिमा गइसकेका विधेयकहरूले यहाँले भन्नुभयो जस्तो अब गति जुन मात्रा हुनुपर्थ्यो त्यो नभएको हो।
मान्यज्यूहरूसँग सम्पर्क गर्दा उहाँहरू व्यस्त हुनुहुन्छ हेर्नुहोस्। अब अहिले अर्को चाहिँ चुनाव छ, स्थानीय चुनाव। अब स्थानीय चुनावमा खटाएको छ, मलाई पनि खटाएको छ पार्टीले हो। अब खटाएको छ, सबैलाई खटाएको छ। माओवादीको 3 जना साथीहरूले उहाँहरूको त कडा हुन्छ, मलाई त चाहिँ खटाएपछि म त यताउता गर्नै पाउँदिनँ, 16 गतिसम्म प्लिज भन्नु। अब 16 गति चुनाव सिद्धेपछि 17 गति राख्न मिलेन, किनभने आउनै भ्या भन्नु न। अब गन्या चाहिँ त्यो रिजल्ट कुर्ने होला। अब 18-19 पुग्यो हिसाबले। अब यस्तै कारणले हटिराखेको छ।
एउटा त मुख्यतः समितिमा आएका विधेयकहरू जो समितिभित्र दफावार छलफलको प्रक्रियामा छन् त्यो प्रक्रियालाई चाहिँ अलि बलियो बनाउनु पर्यो अथवा त्यसलाई चाहिँ त्यसैमा केन्द्रित भएर परिणाम दिने हिसाबले समितिहरूमा छलफल गर्नु पर्यो। यसमा मैले ढिलाढिली जस्तो देखिएको छ कतिपयमा, त्यो ढिलाढिलीको अवस्थाको अन्त्य हुनु पर्यो पहिलो कुरा।
Speaker Devraj Ghimire has called on the committees to expedite all works.
म आशावादी छु, त्यसकै लागि म प्रयत्न छु र मेरो त कोसिस के छ भने छिटोभन्दा छिटो समितिहरूको प्रतिवेदन सहितको आओस्, ताकि के भनेदेखि अब अधिवेशन बोलाउनुभन्दा अगाडि समितिहरूले आफ्नो दायित्व पुरा गरेका हुन्, जसले गर्दाखेरि अब अधिवेशनमा धमाधमी के भनेदेखि विधेयकमाथि छलफल गर्न पाइयोस्।
Meanwhile, analysts opine bills like those concerning the federal civil service and school education will likely take time to reach a conclusion as opposed to the directive of the Speaker to expedite works. It's almost 2 years since the House of Representatives term began. In this period, 4 bills from the lower house and 6 from the National Assembly have been endorsed. Now, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked in several provinces why have parliamentarians lacked interest towards law formulation. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
उहाँहरु आफ्नो पार्टीगत र नेताप्रति बरु वफादार भइदिने त देशलाई चाहिँ मानेर होइन। यसमा त सबै देशलाई अगाडि बढाउनलाई त सबै नेताहरू अब पार्टीका नेताहरू मन्त्रीहरू चाहिँ इमानदारीपूर्वक चाहिँ एकजुट भएर लाग्दा मात्रै कानुन बन्ने हो।
पुरो एकअर्कासँग नमिलेर होला या उनीहरूले बनाउन नखोजेको होला,
दलहरूले नमिलेको कारणले कानुन नबनाउन सकेको।
उनीहरू आफ्नो भागमण्डलमा लागेछ अनि जनताहरूको पिरमार्का बुझ्दैन।
स्वार्थ र अनि आफ्नो कार्यमै व्यस्त भएका कारणले चाहिँ हाम्रो देशमा चाहिँ कानुन बनाउन सकेको छैन।
उहाँहरूले कानुन बनिसकेपछि यसमा चाहिँ आफूहरू बाँधिनु पर्ने र कानुन बनिसकेपछि आफूहरूले मनपरी गर्न खोजेका कुराहरूलाई कानुनले बन्देज लगाउने, त्यसले गर्दा उहाँहरू अग्रसर नभएको।
सांसदहरूले कानुन बनाउन समय दिनुपर्छ, जतिसक्दो छिटो बनाउन सक्यो भने राम्रो हुन्छ।
सरकार बनाउने, मन्त्री बन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ उनीहरूको चाहिँ ध्यान त्यतातिर छ। सांसदको जिम्मेवारी के हो भन्ने कुरामा उनीहरू आफैलाई चाहिँ जानकार नभएको जस्तो चाहिँ त्यो खालको चाहिँ वातावरण हुनुले
सरकार छिनछिनमा परिवर्तन भइराख्नाले पनि अहिले नेपालमा कानुन निर्माणमा अलि सुस्त भइरहेको।
कानुन निर्माण गर्नलाई संसदहरूमा विज्ञता छैन, त्यो भएको कारणले
समय नदिएको भन्न मेरो विचार मिल्दैन। उहाँले त्यस विषयमा चाह नलिएको।
सांसदहरू काम चाहिँ कानुन निर्माण गर्ने हो, तर हाम्रो देशको विडम्बना यस्तो छ कि सांसदहरू चाहिँ आफ्नो खिचा तानिँदा आफ्नो स्वार्थमै अल्झिरहेका हुन्छ।
सांसदहरूले आफ्नो काम कानुन निर्माण गर्ने हो, कानुन बनाउने हो र कार्यान्वयन लगाउनेतर्फ जोड दिने हो, तर अहिले विशेष गरी चाहिँ दलगत स्वार्थमा अहिले जुटिरहेको अवस्थामा छ।
It is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Yesterday's question: what's your take on the Dairy Development Corporation (DDC's) decision to implement quota system on milk purchase? The options are A, adding to farmers' plight, B, poor market management, or C, insensitive towards consumers. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Welcome back. Nepal and India have held annual meetings regarding coordination for border security. This year, both the sides concluded that the open border and free movement from both sides had been the most challenging to monitor. While India's SSB has taken a strong strategy to ensure border security, armed police force back home assigned with the responsibility have been lacking adequate resource to carry out their duties. A border outpost BOP was established in Mustan's Nechung that is connected with China on May 29, 2020. However, those deployed in the outpost did not even have proper place to stay despite the lapse of 4 years. APF has raised the number of BOPs to 10 along the border with China. However, infrastructures to support those deployed there have remained inadequate. The government has assigned the responsibility of border security to the armed police force. The latter has been operating BOPs along the borders with both the neighboring nations, China and India. Around 244 BOPs are in operation along the border with India and 10 along border with China. However, around half of them lack their own buildings. Of the 254 BOPs, just around 96 own land and buildings. 87 BOPs have been placed in private and government lands and over 47 have rented spaces. The security entity has been demanding for proper infrastructure and human resource to maintain security. However, the government has yet to pay heed. They say the lack of resources has raised security threats. APF has human resource of 37,000 and it needs to establish 64 more BOPs at the earliest. So far, the government has allocated budget for only 8. During the meeting last week with India's SSB chief, the two sides concluded there was a need to upgrade technology at the border region to ensure security. While AFP had already submitted a detailed plan to the government 2 years ago, it has been limited to papers. Experts say there is no alternative but to raise human resource in order to control access to Nepal from citizens of third countries due to the open border with India. They also add lack of security infrastructures has raised the risk of revenue leakages and crimes. Last year, APF had arrested 401 on charges of drug smuggling. 128 others were taken under control in connection with human trafficking. Likewise, 18 people were arrested in possession of weapons in just 1 year, which experts say highlights the sensitivity around the border regions. APF had also arrested 32 foreign nationals from the countries and goods worth 1,640 million rupees smuggled into the country by evading taxes. Since the first month of the ongoing fiscal year, border security has arrested 40 involved in human trafficking and confiscated smuggled goods worth 741.9 million rupees. The government has also failed to form the Border Security Act. As a result, those arrested from the border regions have been booked as per regular laws. Now moving on, dairy farmers have been at the receiving end once again as the Dairy Development Corporation has implemented a quota system. This comes in addition to the pending payments of 5 months. DDC has issued a circular to its concerned units to implement the quota system, citing lack of domestic consumption. Meanwhile, farmers have been agitated, saying the corporation had limited procurement at a time high production. They say the corporation had added to their problems, having failed to clear the previous dues.
3000 बराबर 1000 चाहिँ कम लिएको छ जुन चैतमा चाहिँ 3000 लिन्थ्यो भने अहिले चाहिँ 2000 भन्दा लिएको अवस्था छैन त्यो दूध चाहिँ हामीले कहाँ लाने दुग्ध विकास संस्थान राज्यले नै त्यो चाहिँ पैसा दिदैन अनि खेर मन्त्रालयहरुबाट चाहिँ अनुदान दिएर गाउँपालिकाले अनुदान दिएर दूध उत्पादन गर भन्छ उत्पादन गरेर लाने चाहिँ कहाँ
भने बेला अब देखिहाल म अहिले दूध बिक्री छैन बिक्री भए पनि पैसा टाइममा आउँदैन दुधको दाना अब चोकरको भाउ त्यस्तै छ.
The corporation has 525 tons of butter and ghee and 550 tons powder milk in store at the moment. It attributes lack of storage facility to collect warm milk from the farmers. Meanwhile, speaking with Kantipur Television, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development Rautahat Adhikari said a solution would be sought through discussion with the corporation and the farmers. Milk production is the highest between the Nepalese month of Kartik and Fagun. The corporation has been purchasing 110,000 liters milk from 46 districts on a daily basis. This is 15% of the total production. Now it is time for international news. Countries at the COP29 summit in Baku adopted a $300 billion a year global finance target on Sunday to help poorer nations cope with impacts of climate change, a deal its intended recipients criticized as woefully insufficient. The agreement clinched in overtime at the two-week conference in Azerbaijan's capital was meant to provide momentum for international efforts to curb global warming in a year destined to be the hottest on record. Some delegates gave the deal a standing ovation in the COP29 plenary hall. Others criticized wealthy nations for not doing more, and also the Azerbaijan host for hurriedly gaveling through the contentious plan. The agreement would provide $300 billion annually by 2035, boosting rich countries' previous commitment to provide $100 billion per year in climate finance by 2020. That earlier goal was met 2 years late in 2022 and expires in 2025. The deal also lays the groundwork for next year's climate summit to be held in the Amazon rainforest of Brazil, where countries are meant to map out the next decade of climate action. The summit cut to the heart of the debate over financial responsibility of industrialized countries whose historic use of fossil fuels has caused the bulk of greenhouse gas emissions to compensate others for worsening damage from climate change. It also laid bare divisions between wealthy governments constrained by tight domestic budgets and developing nations reeling from costs of storms, floods, and droughts. Negotiations had been due to finish on Friday but ran into overtime as representatives from nearly 200 countries struggled to reach consensus. Talks were interrupted Saturday as some developing countries and island nations walked away in frustration. Nations have been seeking financing to deliver on the Paris Agreement goal of limiting global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, beyond which catastrophic climate impacts could occur. Sunday's deal failed to set out detailed steps for how countries will act on last year's UN Climate Summit pledge to transition away from fossil fuels and triple renewable energy capacity this decade. Some negotiators said Saudi Arabia had attempted to block such a plan during the talks. Now moving on, 120 people have died in the last 48 hours due to the attacks by the Israeli army in Gaza. 7 members of the same family were killed when a house in Zaytun suburb was attacked. Others were killed in attacks in central and southern Gaza. The spokesperson of the armed wing of Hamas has claimed a female hostage who is in custody was also killed in the attack of the Israeli army in northern region. In addition, Hamas claims that the life of one more female prisoner is in danger at the same location. The Israeli army also attacked the Kamal Adwan hospital in the northern Gaza Strip. Palestinian health officials said medical workers were injured and their equipments were also damaged by the attacks. Israel has said that it has taken actions to prevent Hamas militants from regrouping in northern Gaza. Meanwhile, at least 20 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike targeting Hezbollah in Beirut. BBC reported that an 8-story residential building was destroyed in the attack. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.